Welcome back to the post-match press conference.
Sorry.
At the Bloomington Regional, the 2017 Division III Women's Volleyball Championships with Illinois Wesleyan University after a tough five-set loss to Carthage College from Kenosha. And, you know, you guys have all been in volleyball long enough that you know that only one team really goes home happy in a tournament, and that's hard. A lot of good teams came to this regional, and Coach Nelson Brown, I look at you with your seniors up here and what they mean to you, and I know what it means to you to be able to bring them to this post-match conference. So talk a little bit about the game and your thoughts overall on the regional you guys have played.
Congratulations first to Carthage. Obviously, we've played them 3 times within the last 4 weeks, so we know each other pretty well. I thought our team executed their game plan, and I think that forced Carthage to make some changes, and I think we were a little bit late to adjusting to those. You know, we came out of the gate swinging, and that's what we wanted. I think there was a couple times and opportunities that we didn't take advantage of. But overall, I'm really proud of our girls and our team and the way they fought. And so, you know, as I said downstairs in the locker room, it hurts right now. But the bottom line is these 4 right next to me have made such a huge impact in our program, and I'm extremely proud of all of them and extremely grateful. And so we have nothing but to hold our heads high about.
You've, you know, certainly both teams have their talented attack players, but this night seemed to be a lot about defense. Your defense, much like last night, was phenomenal in the first set and really carried you through that first set. In Carthage, as you'd expect, a good team kind of responded with their own defense in the second set, and it kind of just went back and forth like that until the penultimate set there and decided the match. But talk a little bit about the defense that was played tonight.
Well, if you look at the stats, at the end of the first set, we were leading in digs. In the second set, they were leading in digs. Third set, we were leading in digs. And so it really went back and forth. And so you knew that that was really the deciding factors a lot of times when it came down to who won the set. I also think, you know, and when we talk defense, we also talk about blocking. And I think at the beginning of the match, we did a better job slowing balls down, which allowed our defense to be able to touch some of those balls because it gave them an extra second or two. I think there was more and more holes given to their offense, which makes it a little bit more difficult to get some of those swings, where they were still getting 2 blockers out there and slowing some of ours down. And so that gave them an opportunity to get a couple more balls up. And, you know, just like the last 2 times we've played them, you know, we've lost by points, just a few. And it came down to, you know, they outblock us by 2. They outdug us by 9. You know, it's just a few things here and there, and that's the difference of the outcome coming our way. And, you know, we knew going in that they would be fighters. You know, neither of us wanted our seasons to end. Both of us wanted to get to the finals and the championship, and so we knew it was going to be a battle, and we expect nothing less when we play Carthage.
Well, Kylie, it's obviously difficult to end a season for anybody at any time, but you've got to take a lot of pride in playing in front of that crowd. And know that you, along with your teammates sitting beside you here, played such a big role in building up so much excitement on this campus for all these people to come out and watch you guys play. And I'm assuming that's a lot of joy that you're going to take with you.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I'm never going to forget. The crowd and the impact they made, not only tonight but in previous games, was awesome. To know that you have your friends there, not only like the next day saying, hey, good game, but they were there, they were watching, they're telling other people how fun it is, the environment's fun, and it's exciting, it's loud. I'm never going to forget that. It's really a fun environment to play in as well.
Maisie, how about for you, you know, playing an important role throughout the course of the season, being ready when called upon to come into the game, and playing an important role in making sure that you're not only ready during this regional, but to keep your team up during some pretty competitive matches, and knowing also that everything that you've accomplished over these 4 years has kind of resulted in getting to play in big games and getting to create that big game atmosphere.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, it's been an amazing 4 years. This year I kind of played a different role on the team. I was more, you know, I was in and out more. I was on the sideline more. I kind of tried to take away from that, learning how to still make an impact on the team from the sideline. And, you know, I learned how to look out for shots that were open for my teammates, not just the middles, but for the pin players. And, you know, see what we can do on our block. So it just gave me a different perspective on the game this year. I, you know, got to cheer my little heart out from the sideline. So no, it still amounted to an amazing year, regardless of where I was on the floor. So.
Annie, you had an interesting role. You know, some of the substitutions as the tide was turning in the games. You know, sometimes you and Claire being substituted for one another just to kind of change things up and maybe change momentum a little bit. During the match tonight, what did you find that was difficult with Carthage? You know, trying to get the ball there. It seems like there were a lot of rallies where we just couldn't get the ball down on the floor, and part of that was their defense, and their block really seemed to stiffen up towards the end of the match as well.
Yeah, I mean, we all have one goal, and it's to win. So whether we're getting subbed out and switched and everything, it doesn't really affect me as a player. I still want to keep my chin up and keep my team up and everything. So it's just a common goal that we have, and my team played well.
Jordan, think about before you came to Illinois Wesleyan, we were making the decision on where you're going to go to college, and you thought about what your 4-year, collegiate career would be like, and the things you would get to experience. You know, what do you think are some of the things you're going to take with you from your experience with Illinois Wesleyan volleyball?
Just everything. I mean, these girls are like my life. I'm going to try not to get emotional. But no, seriously, like, I didn't play a huge role, like, on the court with playing time, but Kim Nelson-Brown, she's taught me so much, both on and off the court. And this team has a chemistry like no other. And if anybody comes here to look at this school, like, that should be one of the #1 things that they can see from us is that we're an amazing team together.
You've talked about, Kim, the records that these 4 and their team over the last 4 years have set, and they keep kind of pushing that barrier further and further and further. And while you've been in the second round before, this one was close, within 7 points, I mean, getting to that. So do you consider another step for the program that these 4 and their teammates have helped you take as a program?
These 4 have made such a huge impact, and this is another thing that we talked about in the locker room with them. When they were seniors in high school, we had a losing season, and they committed to us despite that. And, we shared our vision. We shared what we wanted out of the program and where we wanted to take it, and all 4 of them bought in. And to do that with a losing record is tough. But with these 4, we created the team that we have. They've been such a huge impact, every single one of them, in the leadership, the camaraderie, the friendships, but also the ultimate purpose of it's greater than just myself. It's about the team, and they bought into the team concept. They've spread that. They've taught and nurtured our younger kids on that. And, I look at that, and we always say, how do you want to be remembered? These 4 have left a huge imprint in our program, and the legacy they've left behind is huge, and it's one that we will continue to nurture because it's not only the way we want to go, but also that's what we owe these 4 for what they've brought to the program. So I'm extremely proud of each of them because without the 4 of them, I mean, we're just a different team.
And while you won't be in the championship tomorrow night, you have gotten your first taste of hosting a regional. How did you like it, and would you like to do it again?
I loved it. One, I need to thank all of our fans. They were incredible. 22 years, and I've never seen the stands that way, and it makes me emotional because it's just an example of their hard work. They created that atmosphere. They did it themselves. And I'm thankful for them, and I'm thankful for our university and the support they give our volleyball program. But, it was awesome, and I hope next year we can take it another step further.
Well, I know they were all there because of the hard work all of you put in this season and given everybody a fantastic ride for the year. Again, disappointing tonight, but what a great run. Remember all of that, and thanks for competing so hard. Congratulations on a great season, and hopefully we'll see your underclassmen back here next year making some noise in the tournament again.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Thank you.